Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Tyler. Today, I feel like talking about wrenches. I've got multiple types. So, whenever you start out wrenching, you step into being a mechanic or a technician, you're going to start off with Pittsburgh. More than likely, not always, but it's not a thick wrench. It doesn't technically hurt your hand, but it just doesn't. I have an issue with getting comfortable with this wrench in my hand. Really can't do it. Whenever I started off, these were fine. It didn't really bother me. So you're eventually going to need to move up to a professional tool. This is not professional. I keep these around to cut, bend, grind the head down, whatever I need to do. Need to get into a tight spot, grind it down. It's cheap to do. On the other hand, there is a Snap-on. Probably one of the more expensive sets that I have here, except for one, which I would say is a specialty wrench. They're a little bit thicker. Where I've seen these bend and break, I've not bent one of these. I've not broke one of these Snap-ons. Snap-on, all the way around, a lot better than Pittsburgh. Again, you are starting off. Start with this. Then whenever you go to upgrade, start looking around. This is subjective. You might not like the way this wrench feels in your hand. To me, it feels great. From there, you have the option of Mac. This wrench, a lot beefier. This wrench also fits well in the hand. Not a bad design. They're not terribly expensive whenever we go to talk about wrenches. If you can catch them on sale, buy wrenches on sale. Next up, ratcheting wrenches. I like these. I do. These are not my absolute favorite. They do feel good in the hand. And this is the Flank Drive Plus, as you can see by the teeth here. But I haven't noticed a big difference with the Flank Drive Plus. If I've got a rounded off fastener, I'm not going for a wrench. I'm going for a socket. That being said, if you can't get in there, it may help a little bit. But I just have not found a spot where I was like, oh, let me grab the Flank Drive Plus. Have not done it. Again, this is subjective. And probably the most expensive set from 10 millimeter to 19 millimeter is going to be a Snap-on. Now, this is a double box ratcheting wrench. This is good where you really can't get to it and you need that thin wrench to get in there, but it cannot have these bends in them. Just can't. Because guess what? You're not going to get it. Now, I have not broke one of these yet. Again, it's a thin wrench, but it feels amazing in the hand. It honestly fits better, in my opinion, and feels better in the hand than their regular snap-on wrench. I don't know if it's because it is wider than their regular wrench. I don't know. It just fits right. Now, talking about wrenches, I know there's Icon. I have not used an Icon tool, but they do look like they're quality. I do have some Icon eTorque sockets, and they are quality, in my opinion. I use them, but I don't use them enough to justify the name. And that's what you're looking at, especially whenever you get started turning wrenches, because chances are this set from 10mm to 19mm from my Snap-on dealer, yours may be different, comes in two pieces. I believe it's even sizes and odd sizes. So I can't remember which one is which, but between the two, this set is that I paid for it is $667 for one set of wrenches. Gear Wrench, from what I've heard on their wrenches like these, I had a Matco set like this. It was also right around 600 bucks. But I've heard those were made by Gear Wrench and rebranded with Matco. Matco apparently no longer deals with Gear Wrench, which made my set that I had, that I lost a couple of wrenches. It happens. It's going to happen. Obsolete, and you cannot get them. I've looked for the Matco 12-point double-end box ratcheting wrenches. Only thing I can find is spline drive. I really don't have a use for a spline drive wrench. You may. This is going to be something that you find out yourself. I can't tell you this wrench is going to fit your hand perfectly. You may like the ones that flex. The issue I have with flexing wrenches, you're trying to get into a tight spot and you can't fit your hand in there. Whenever you take and put this ratcheting end down on that fastener, chances are it's going to move. It's going to flex because that's what it's made to do. Again, it's subjective. You might have better luck with them than I did. I've heard good thing about Mountain. I've heard good things about Gear Wrench. I've heard good things about Icon. This is all what fits you, the technician, the best whenever you're ready to upgrade. Anyway, tell me what you think about this in the comments below. I appreciate it. If y'all have any suggestions, let me know again in the comments below, and I will try to work on that for y'all. Y'all have a great afternoon. Bye.